Hey YouTube, happy Friday. Time for another tech review. I hope you all have had a good week. Mine hasn't been too good since I tested positive for COVID-19 on Tuesday and then Wednesday through a PCR test. Unfortunately, I've spent a lot of time sleeping and having liquids, so I've been able to recover fairly well. But anyway, I'm really happy to share with you the Three Musketeers down here by my uh, alarm clock, the bike computers that I've been using on my various bikes, and that have helped me a lot with adjusting my pace and keeping track of my rides. You might be surprised to know I only paid for one of these, the Garmin Edge 200 right here. This has less storage than the other model, the Garmin Edge 500. Let's see if I can focus in on there. Oh yeah, I can. So that's the back of the Edge 200. Under this flap is a mini USB connector. It's nicely protected by that rubber, keeping it water resistant. And this protrusion that you can see on all three bike computers is for the quarter turn mount. Essentially, there's a clip that goes on your bike handlebars and some fancier, much stronger rubber bands you can use, and you insert this protrusion into the clip and basically twist like that, and then you're good to go. Anyway, let's zoom out real quick here. So that's the Edge 200. I think I spent $40 on that, but I was incredibly lucky to get two Edge 500s for free from various bicyclists in the DC area, one close to my work and one close to home. And I'll be using these on my road bike and recumbent bike, respectively. I'll probably stick to the Edge 200 for my folding bike. There's also a difference in the amount of storage. If I remember right, I really think only 4 meg of storage on the Edge 200, but there's, I think, 64 meg on the Edge 500 here. Let's see, other details about these. The battery life's great. I think the main reason to use these as opposed to, a cell phone like this as a bike computer is running the GPS won't run down the battery so quick. I believe there's 16 to 20 hours of battery life on all of these. Another difference between the Edge 200 and the Edge 500 is I think these can hold more, can give turn-by-turn directions, I think, but without more complex maps, just along a course, tell you what direction to go without any landmarks and so on. And another thing that I know for sure about these two or about the Edge 500, is these will work with ANT plus sensors for power, speed, or power and not speed, cadence and heart rate. Let me do a quick search on ANT plus. I think it's like it's kind of like Bluetooth, but for wireless sensors. It's a proprietary multicast wireless sensor network technology designed and marketed by ANT Wireless. Is it the same as Bluetooth? ANT can be used to connect one thing to multiple things. Yeah, so it's definitely different from Bluetooth, but you could pair several different meters on on your body and then on your bike to further give you some information about your bike ride. Let's see if there's any other specifications that I missed for the Edge 200 or 500 or anything I unfortunately had got wrong here. Two of these have flaps on the back, and then one unfortunately doesn't, but that's not too big of a deal. While I look that up, let me turn these on. I'll get this. You just press the power button there, a nice satisfying beep. And then you will also see the difference between the Edge 500 and Edge 200 displays. I was really happy to get these instead of a standard wired or wireless bike computer with a sensor that goes in the wheel. Just a lot easier less messy setup, and from what I understand, wireless bike computers with a wheel rotation sensor will get thrown off by signals that are transmitted under the ground to stoplights. I think I heard there's just all kinds of signals in day-to-day life outside that can throw off your typical wireless bike computer that reads speed through a sensor measuring wheel revolutions. Okay, so Garmin Edge 200. Yeah, I'll tell you time, distance, speed, location, calories burned. Another thing I had to do is I updated my Edge 500 with Garmin Express because the original firmware was too old to measure the date correctly. You can see it's correctly telling the time is 5:44 p.m. based on satellites, and also correctly shows the date. Whereas prior to updating the firmware, it was giving me a time that was 1 hour different, 4:44 p.m. for example, and I think it was saying the date was October 2002, which is pretty wrong. I mean, it's June 2022 when I'm doing this review. Okay, so we can see the there's different types of views displays on the 500. It doesn't get into the menu as it would with the Edge 200. Another thing I really like about these is they'll find your location quite quickly compared with some older cell phones that I had planned to use as bike computers, or even the Garmin GPS that I've used in a car. Maybe just being outside, but I don't know even about that. I should be able to toggle through different displays. Yeah, so you can have cadence and heart rate, and you also notice the backlight there. That's a nice feature of this. Grade, cadence, time of day, total ascent, time, cadence, average speed. Yeah, I think you can customize those further. By holding this, you get menu with different settings. Yeah, you can see the dates correctly set, June 10, 2022. History, training. Let's see what's in there. Oh, okay, so you can set some courses, as I mentioned. I think there's there's a course functionality for the 200, but I think the 500 gives you a little bit more. Might give you some kind of navigation features or something. I'll double check that. GPS, enter. Yeah, GPS status. Okay, yeah, we know it's enabled. Let's look at the satellite status. Enter. Yeah, so it tells you the accuracy in feet and the number of satellites it's contacted. It seems, again, to pick up satellites pretty quickly. I was hoping to use a Nokia E71 smartphone as a bike computer. And I did in the past, but that would take a really long time to pick up satellites compared with this. Okay, and then settings. There's some settings about you, I guess, to when you first set it up, you'll give some anthropometric data about yourself, so it can estimate calories burned and so on. System, yeah, you can adjust contrast on this depending on the type of lighting. Again, it has nice backlight in case you need to check information at night. So that's the Edge 500. I guess I'll turn that off. You can see the power icon. Here's the Edge 200. Let's zoom in a little more. Okay, ride. Yeah, see, already position acquired. I'm not going to start that. Yeah, you can see the backlight. You can see the GPS signal is very good. History, select. Yeah, information about your ride. Average speed, that was pretty good. Calories, and of course elevation, that's useful. I think that's basically it. Let's see if there's anything else I missed. My cat really wants... Let me let my cat in real quick. You probably heard that. Okay, and then any other information. Edge 200, yeah, tracks time, speed, GPS position. Yeah, you could probably find this just by Googling online. Edge, yep, the cat's very excited about bike computers. Navigation, Edge 500 navigation. Okay, wow, yeah, pay attention to me, John. Pay attention. Yeah, so you can add heart rate meter, speed cadence sensor, or yeah, speed cadence sensor, or power. Mangle, get Mangle. Can you move? Can you move, please? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, she has to get that attention. Well, anyway, I guess while the cat hijacks this, yeah, so it looks like it can give you turn-by-turn directions, the Edge 500 that we're looking at here, but I don't think the Edge 200 can do that. But if I find any more details, I'll put those in the comments down below. Let me know how you've used your bike computers. Definitely this has helped me a lot with figuring out, what speeds or what gears on my bike correspond to, say, 12 miles an hour, 15 or 20. I've definitely sped up a lot thanks to the feedback I get, and thanks for watching.